Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. But before I get started, please click the like and subscribe button as it helps this channel grow very quickly. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. CBDC feature number 1, Lahore, Pakistan. Government has threatened to cut off banking with the use of digital ID to anyone that protests against the regime. Resist. That does not look good, what's going on there. Hard to believe this is happening here in America, right in Philadelphia. Just legalize all drugs and stop crime. Give them free drugs. Either way, they're going to do it. Save money on police, COs, and EMT workers. Not what America wants. Welcome to the New World Order 2030. Agenda of globalists' New World Order is to reduce the world's surplus population to a more manageable level of between 500 million to 2 billion people by 2030. If they can't achieve those numbers fast enough with COVID-19, then opting to legalize dangerous and powerful addicting drugs could be their next plan. Fentanyl is flooding the streets of the U.S. CBDC equals financial slavery. Bitcoin equals financial freedom. Simple as that. Let me tell you something. People think that they're going to run some alternative, to the new financial system, running it on Bitcoin, like some alternative society, and it's not going to work. And as we see here, XDC Network plans to increase Bitcoin adoption. Impel, a financial solutions provider, decided to incorporate Bitcoin into its ISO 222 financial messaging platform. You think they're not going to be able to track all the world's Bitcoin. You're absolutely wrong. That's why it's part of ISO, in my opinion. Is Japan abandoning its CBDC project? And we see here that's just wrong. They're in phase 2, which we consider the development phase. We'll keep close tabs on countries' CBDC development. Explore this work in our CBDC tracker. As we see here, all you have to do is hover over a country, and it shows you where they are as far as CBDCs are concerned. This is happening so much faster than I thought it would. I honestly thought this was going to take at least 3 more years. People even said, we have until 2025 until the United States gets on board with this. I think you could shed a year off of that number. This is happening so quick. It's alarming how fast it's happening. But the thing is, you would think like the news outlets would be covering this, saying, hey, look, there's this thing called a CBDC. It's a central bank digital currency. It's not good for you. But no, you hear no talk of it at all. And it's not that the CBDC technology is bad, it's the people behind it. That's the bad part about it. Many central banks are now exploring CBDC use cases with Meta MUI blockchain. Not only can central banks issue their digital currency in real time, but also governments can build their e-government system on top of the Meta MUI blockchain. Reserve Bank of Australia starts pilot to explore CBDC use cases. Then we see this. Sovereign Wallet expanding CBDC business in the Nordic region. China begins next phase of CBDC testing with ECNY payment for public transport. This is happening so quick. I can't believe it. A lot of people said 2 years ago, this will never happen. CBDCs are just talk. The government's never going to adopt it. No country's going to want that. Here we are in 2022, and all of these countries are getting on board at an alarming rate. Been on holiday, vacation in Denmark and Sweden. SOC Dem systems both, each pushing to reduce the use of physical currency, cashless future, CBDC opportunities. It's everywhere. India presses ahead with CBDC pilot run on wholesale business. Zimbabwe will be rolling out its first CBDC cryptocurrency soon. Seems there is a roadmap already set up via blockchain, Web3 community. All I know is that This is a must do. And the thing is, if I never got into crypto, I probably would be blind to this. I wouldn't even know this is happening. I talk to people in the real world about this. I tell them to educate themselves on it. I tell them, go look up a CBDC. Go look up the New World Order. Look up Klaus Schwab. See what's happening. I want them to open their eyes to this. Because I believe people are still distracted with all the crisis in the world. They're still looking at our water supply is almost gone. They're looking at the food crisis. A housing crisis is right around the corner. At some point, that liquidity crisis is coming. I'm telling you, it is going to happen. That's when they bring in XRP to save the day. There's no stopping this. People keep saying, well, the U.S. will never go for something like that. Well, guess what? The U.S. is already going for it. They want our CBDC to be ready by the end of this year. I told you that timeline changed. And the thing is, as an XRP holder, I'm excited on one hand about CBDCs. On the other hand, I don't want CBDCs. It's like a two-edged sword. But let's continue. So XRP, Ripple is now a registered partner with various central banks and retail banks. Recently, Ripple was added to the World Economic Forum Charter as a potential CBDC platform. So they're talking about Ripple becoming a CBDC. XRP will still move the money from CBDC to CBDC, the trust layer. But they're talking about Ripple becoming a CBDC also. It's too late. CBDCs on blockchain tech are ready. See Digital Pound Foundation, Quant Network, and Ripple for reference. Each country will have its own CBDC and will transact with instant settlement using a crypto bridge, such as XRP, for example. It's fully programmable, as this Baddie says. And the thing is, they're going to know where every single dollar goes. I think they brought in all these IRS workers because of this. Think about it. This is going to hurt so many people. There's people that work under the table. I know people that work under the table. I've talked to them. Waitresses, waiters. People that have problems and they can't pay taxes because they owe money all over the place. Things like that. The smallest transactions will be taxed at some point. Think about it. You go to the restaurant, you sit down. I've said this before. You tip the waitress or the waiter, right? And right now you give them cash. Most likely they put that cash right in their pocket. Under this system, you would have to send it to their wallet. It would be taxed as soon as it hits their wallet. I believe that's where they're headed as far as the IRS goes. I said that to people. People are like, this isn't going to happen. This sounds like some sort of conspiracy theory. But yet, we see it happening all throughout the world. We know this is coming. Then we see this. I don't understand why people cheerlead this CBDC shit. Your 10K XRP will be worthless if your social class limits on spending and social credit score block you from spending any of it. The CBDC is key to the Great Reset. You will own nothing and eat bugs and not be XRP rich and free. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. So, say XRP got to $10,000. This is just in theory, right? And say your social credit score is low. You won't be able to access that money. What would then happen to that money? That's the big question. I don't know. I don't have an answer to it. But it makes you think. It makes you wonder, can XRP make me rich? But then what if the CBDC and the digital ID somehow keep me from all of that money? So we have to wait and see what happens. But here's the thing. I'm going to continue to invest in XRP. I know it's going to take off. It's going to make me rich. After that, I don't know what would happen. A lot of people have different theories on this. And again, this is just theory. This isn't fact. We don't know this is exactly going to happen. We don't know how far down the road this is yet. Digital IDs could be until 2030? What if we get rich in 2023? What if you get rich in 2023 and digital IDs become something that was only talk and they never come to light? Things like that. But in some parts of the world, they're already rolling out digital IDs. So you got to keep that in mind too. That's why I always tell you on this channel, I just leave you with optimism. Know what you hold. But I also leave you with your own thoughts, your own theories, your own visions. I'm not going to try to tell you this is going to happen and that's going to happen when I don't absolutely know what's going to happen. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. The reason I keep talking about these CBDCs is I'm trying to show you how fast this is happening now, because no one's really covering this. It's happening at an alarming rate. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great night.